what should our topic for today?
Okay, so
Life's
for
a
the
mess, life's a mess. Messy but thriving.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome
back to the Messy but
Thriving
podcast. Today we're going to talk about how to use your setbacks as like something beneficial, or how setbacks can be beneficial sometimes.
how to use your setback as your get back.
Sorry. The immediate regret. Sorry. But wait. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We post every other Friday, so you don't want to miss it. We have really cool content.
Now let's get into the video. Shoosh.
Transition.
So why do setbacks feel so defeating?
Because it's not the direction you're trying to go. Like, I'm trying to go this way. Why am I going this way? Like, I was like, I don't want to go this way. Like, and I've been trying to go the opposite way.
Like actively.
Yeah.
And I'm actively
How
going
did
the
I
opposite
end up
direction.
this way?
I feel like it's the need for control in your life.
Heavy on that.
Yeah.
Like, so sometimes, like, I don't know, sometimes you have to frame things as like, oh, this is out of my control, so there's nothing I can do about that. Like, I can't get overly upset about it. But sometimes it's like, dang, it feels like everything's out of my control.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, what do I do now?
I feel like setbacks can it'll fire your nervous system. So it feels like you're in the fight or flight mode. So you're like, oh, I'm in danger. I'm stressed out. I'm anxious. So all of these other emotions come along with it. And then sometimes it takes a toll on your confidence as well, because then you're thinking like, oh, I'm not good enough. I had this thing I wanted to achieve, but I'm not there yet. What are other people going to say? So it starts kind of messing with your psyche a little bit. But I think how you work through setbacks and your mindset shifts during setbacks, that's what leads to a lot of growth.
Wait, yeah, all of that. I feel like the defeating part also comes from like one of our previous episodes where we were talking about comparison. And because it's like, if there's like a set path that you're supposed to be on and then you don't hit that like benchmark essentially, then it's like, well, I'm not up to par essentially.
Yeah. And then also, it just makes you want to give up. Like, when you're in that moment when things are not going the way you want them to, it makes you want to abandon the goal totally and, like, just forget what you were trying to achieve in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like setbacks have phases depending on what it is. Like, some are really serious and some you're like, okay, like I can bounce back from this. Because I feel like it's important to go through the emotions, like feel all those feelings because they're valid and they're the root cause of it. Like, it's the reason why you have those, you're feeling those things. To sit through it, experience it, but then at some point you got to get out. Like, you're like, okay, like I can't be in this victim mindset anymore. The things I can control is my emotions. The things I can control is my reaction. I can't control all these external circumstances, but how I interpret it and how I process it and what I can do with like my time, with my schedule, with being proactive with certain things. Those are things you can, have energy and control over. So I feel like at some point there has to be a mindset shift towards it, and maybe that's, shifting what the goal looks like, or dialing the goal down a bit, or asking for help. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like that is when you start to when you shift your mindset, that is the start of how to use your setbacks to your benefit. Is the first thing that has to change is your mindset about it, because your perspective on like this time or your perspective on this situation is going to determine everything, like moving forward. So one good way would be to see it as feedback. So like, okay, I literally want to go this way, but I'm going this way. What am I doing? Like, what's going on? Because like, if my goal's there, I'm going there. Like, there's something about my routine or like my behavior, or there's something that I'm doing that's taking me the opposite way. So it's giving you feedback. So now you can assess and kind of like see where you can make a change somewhere.
Kind of like determining the facts of the situation to guide your emotional response, because I sometimes feel like I get like so like obsessed with like my emotions around a situation that I forget like what the actual reality of the situation is. Like you're saying, if I'm going this way but I want to go that way, it's like, well, you know, my navigation system has to reroute, right? So like I can't just like keep going that way and think that I'm gonna eventually like make it that way. There has to be a change. I also feel like it's kind of like that, like rejection is redirection mindset, where it's like maybe this setback could possibly be there for a purpose. Like maybe I wasn't meant to go there right now. I can go there later, but maybe I'm meant to do something else first.
That was something else to other podcasts about too. It's like we're in that situation to focus on what are the lessons this situation is teaching me. And then, because that's a way to shift from, oh, why me, self-blame, all the negative, like, talk to yourself. So that it's this small shift forward of like, okay, this happened, but what's this trying to teach me? What can I gain out of this?
Yeah, learning from it. That's another perspective shift. Yeah, using it as something that you can gain wisdom from, or that you can use to your advantage, some type of knowledge in the future. Yeah, those are some ways to like reframe the setbacks. So your mindset. That's the first step to anything though, really. It's the mind.
Yeah, and I feel like after that, it's strategy. Like, what are, now that my mindset is shifted, like, what are practical ways I can achieve or get closer to where I want to be? You don't have to achieve your goal, but just get yourself out of that situation. And that could be like sitting down, like writing an actual plan. Like, this is my goal. Let's work back. Like, what are some traits I need to work on to get that goal? Okay, are there some people I need to ask? Do I need to apply here? Do I need to get like more organized here? So being more action. This is where I feel like action comes in.
Yeah, because it's in the small little stuff. It's in the tiniest things. Like, for instance, if you are going this way, we're sticking with this analogy, but if you're physically walking this way, but you want to be physically walking this way, you're doing most of the steps correctly. You're moving your foot. The only thing you're doing is just like, you just need to turn your body. Like, it's just such a tiny little tweak sometimes. So it's like, it can be the same thing in whatever your goal is. It could be something so small, but you do it so often that the compound effect of it is like big.
I also want to emphasize that you don't have to do it alone, because I feel like some things you do need to work through alone first to figure out like, what do I want internally. But at some point, I think it's okay to ask for feedback, ask for help, just someone to talk to walk through the emotions. Kind of what we talked about in our last episode, like, it's okay, like, there's healthy privacy and there's unhealthy privacy. Have discernment with that, but it's okay to ask for help too.
Not feeling too like prideful to be like, I need like support in this. And this whole conversation is making me think back to our interview that we did with Caitlin, and how we were talking about intuition, and I asked the question of like, how do you put your intuition into practice, like because like it's like some things are like easier said than done, and she was talking about like it's in the everyday like activities, like we were talking about the juice example, where it's like, what juice do I want to have? And I feel like that's something I'm trying to do to like not equate, like acclimate myself to setbacks in every day. Like, if sometimes a small thing in like an everyday thing that I'm like trying to do, that's on my like to-do list to check off, if it gets like derailed, it feels so big, and it's like I catastrophize things. So I feel like just trying to control and like shift my emotional reaction to small things like that every day will really help when there's like larger like setbacks, whether it be like with career or like relationships or finances or something. Just like practicing it every day and like practicing like self-regulation.
Yeah, building resilience essentially.
And then also another strategy I was thinking when you were saying like the small thing, because in my head I was imagining like, I don't know, like your sweater getting snagged on the door or something, and then you like having like a full-blown crash out, which is like real as fuck, like same with But I was like, another strategy is like, this also goes with the perspective shift, but just like find humor.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
You gotta find humor. That's my mom's a therapist, and that's one of the gauges that she uses often, is she'll see if they can take a joke. And she's like, and if they can't take a joke, she's like, all right, like, this is, we're in some deep waters here.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's because I kind of had a similar, well, I just went through a setback. I'm getting out of it, so I'll have a little bit more clarity. But that was something when I was in it, I was like, oh my gosh, in it. Anyway, in it.
Shauna goes on TikTok for one day to upload a short. She come back all like Gen Zified.
No, she's giving OG like, I'm so geriatric, and now she's like,
I don't even know where that's from. I learned it from you guys.
it's from Kyra. That's what it's from.
Yeah. But when I was in it, I just remember telling my friends, I was like, I just can't wait.
This is the way we were in
So I was telling my friends, I was like, oh, I can't wait to look back at the situation and just laugh and be like, I can't believe that happened. I can't believe, I did X, Y, and Z, but then it all kind of worked out in a way.
Yeah.
Look back at it. Eh? Sorry. This is the actual finding humor in the situation.
Yeah, we're actively doing it.
I also want to say, me personally, I've struggled with putting too much on the humor, like with the situation where I'm always vomiting. I just I would laugh about it so much that, but then it's like sometimes it's not funny anymore because I'm like, oh, this is actually like a problem. But that's also a mindset shift because it's like I need to stop. Like, I was using the humor to like brush it off when I need to like go to the doctor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's...
Damn.
I need to make an MD appointment ASAP.
Yeah.
But I'm so
That was
glad
too
you
real.
said that because that's a good like clarification,
Yeah.
Like, don't kiki too much.
Yeah, because
If you need medical assistance, hang up and call 911.
laugh your way to the hospital.
Do not come to us. Do not leave a comment. Make your appointment now.
Did you guys know that your phone carrier, like provider, charges you to be able to contact 911 and 988? Like, there's a flat fee on your bill. I was looking at my bill and I was like,
That's sad.
that's like... Anyway,
They charge you for calling 911?
not individual. It's like a flat fee every month.
Oh.
It's like $3 or something, but it's like...
I agree with what you're saying, and I feel like... Sorry, how can we just jump back in like that? I don't even remember what you were saying. I agree with what you guys are saying about the balance of it, because at a certain point, you can't set back your way to the goal, like, setback after step. I mean, you can, but like, you have to have some forward progress at some point. So, yeah.
I feel like the pros of setbacks though is how much you learn and grow from it. And I feel like I learned more from the hardships in my life than all the highs in my life. So just know if you're in a setback right now that you'll get through it. A lot of growth will come from it.
Okay. Thought of something.
Go for it.
Damn, I forgot it.
Damn, I forgot. Do you know that?
It was so good. Shauna looked so disappointed.
I thought you were
Oh, I remember.
yes.
Okay. What we're saying are ways to cope and ways to use your setback, not how to get comfortable and like remain in the setback, in that state.
Yeah, never that. Never that.
Wow. Yeah. Do not be in victim mentality. That's all I have to say.
I think it was based off of what both of you were saying. Like, you know how they say like it builds character, like when something like bad happens. I kind of think that is like, I don't want to say it adds to the lore, but yeah, it adds to the lore. Like it just gives you. I mean, I think the point of living is having experiences, right? And if everything is all like swell and dandy, then it's like, what's the fun in not ever having something to challenge yourself, I guess? Something to challenge like your confidence and your like belief in yourself. And It doesn't kill you, make you strong.
Not you literally giving the most heartwarming speech and be like, I got something.
she even called me like, I'm sorry.
You know that one TikTok where she's like, she goes, I am an adult. You all know that one? No.
Are you kidding? That's unfair. She made those. I need to calm down. Everything's fine.
Amanda.
I'm an adult.
There's a girl, she was about to like go off on someone, and then she stopped herself mid crash out. She was like, I'm an adult. I can calm down.
Wait, I think I've seen that.
Okay, the last thing that I want to talk about is how to move forward. So you had your setback, you're coping with maybe some humor, you're using it as a time to reassess, you're understanding what maybe led to this. Now, how do you move forward so you don't keep going in the wrong direction? What do you do after you've obsessed, after you've, took the time to see why this is happening? What do you do now? Find out.
Data points.
Data point.
You make a plan.
Yeah, I think that's where action comes in, accountability, a little, and then maybe even romanticizing the process a bit. You're like, okay, I kind of have a plan now. Like, let's enjoy the hustle. Let's enjoy the process and where I'm at. Because I feel like even if you reach the goal, you might not be the happiest or might not be what you expected, or the goal will shift or it'll change or get even bigger. So I think where enjoying the process comes into.
Yeah, that. Have fun with it. Have fun with life. This is life. Like, we're going to be dead. We're going to be, gone. So we got to have fun during this time that we're here and take the pressure off of ourselves. Like, compassion, too, for
Compassion
yourself.
for yourself, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe like decentering the goal and centering the process, being more intentional in it. Like the goal is great, but like, yeah, just like not beating yourself up when things go left when you're trying to go right. And yeah.
And I feel like you can like channel energy too. Like you don't always just have to be working towards your goal, but you can channel the frustration, you can channel the anger, the motivation, like to working out or to spending more time with your family or friends or a creative hobby or something like this, like our podcast. Like I would be so worried about other stuff in my life, but like, oh, it's still work, quote unquote, but it feels so fun. It doesn't feel like work to me, but it's such a good outlet to focus my time and energy on something that's not like the immediate problem, but it still adds so much value to my life. So yeah, you can channel your energy too.
Yeah. And I think Allison was saying earlier about like redirection. Like, honestly, in a year from now, maybe you'll realize that wasn't even a setback. Like you had, like, maybe that was exactly where you needed to be. Maybe that's exactly what needed to happen for you to be in the position to do what you're doing now or what you're going to be doing later. So it might.
Is crazy.
Yeah. And like get excited. Like, be excited where you're going to. I feel like, I don't know, it's a good way to take action also.
I also think asking yourself if you're being intentional. Like I try to do that with like small things. Like I want to buy this today, but I'm like, do I actually want to buy this in the long run, or like do I want to buy this just because I'm like bored? Is that gonna is this gonna help me like reach my goals, or is this just like an emotional like clutch in the moment?
And I think another thing I want to preface too is that you don't have to go into this toxic productivity state as well. It's also helpful. It's also quote unquote productive to take rests and breaks. So even though we're all talking like take action, hustle, hoo-ha, it's like you don't always have to do that too. So I just want to put that preface that you're not like a work in progress project 24/7.
Yeah, because I hope that's what makes our channel different. Because I know there's a lot of like, you must be the best. Like,
Wake up 6 a.m. egg white.
no one's gonna tell you. No one's gonna be there.
Another club.
Yeah.
Bus.
Like, I hope our channel is just a little bit more balanced with like maybe like peace and inner harmony also. So it's not so like, yes, get your goals, but also, I mean, for me, my biggest goal is just inner peace. Like everything else is like extra. So just keep that.
Yeah.
A little cherry on top.
Yeah.
And that we're right there with you. We always say we're not here to give answers per se, but just to more discuss and Like I was saying, like I'm going through a quote unquote setback right now, and I'm starting to see kind of like light in a tunnel. So we're here with you. So yeah.
Are you guys going through any setbacks in your life right now? If so, comment below. Let us know what's going on. How are you coping? Yeah, we're curious, and maybe we can lean on each other and support in the comments on how we can maybe overcome.
Yay! Thanks guys for watching. We post every other week, so remember to subscribe.